Hello everybody, my name is Emmett, and today I'm going to be doing a review for the Lou STP from TransGuySupply. So a little bit of background about this STP. It was actually named after Lou Sullivan, who was a trans man and a big trans right activist. He's a super interesting guy. I highly recommend that you do some research on him because I think he's super important, especially to the trans mass community. And so this is what it looks like. I will apologize, this isn't a super accurate representation of the color. My light is washing it out a little bit. It is not quite as orange as it looks. It's actually not really orange at all. It looks like a really weird color for me, but it's almost more of a sort of tan, sort of blush color, if that makes sense. So for me, it's really nice. This is the second color option. I thought the first one would be way too light for me, and after seeing this in person, I think I made a really good decision, even if it doesn't really look like it matches me. I swear it looks way better in person. So here are some of the details. It has veins. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a little bit, you can see like sort of skin texture and wrinkles and things. It has a nice big cup here. The way that this sits, it is angled a little bit differently than their other STPs. At least it's the STP Freely, and there's a bigger options like the Freely XL or something. So the overall design idea is super similar, but the shaft design is just a little bit different, and the angle that the shaft sits at is a little bit different to make it a little bit easier to use. I think this is a really good size. It is very comfortable. It looks like it's stiff, but this silicone is like really soft. The silicone is actually probably my favorite silicone that I've felt in any of my STPs. It feels really, really nice. And a big plus is you do not have to powder this. I've washed this several times. I have not powdered it a single time. It is not sticky at all. It does not hold on to lint or anything at all, which can be a problem for some other STPs that are made out of silicone. They like to be sticky and really grab onto things, and you have to powder them, and it just throws the color off, and it's weird. But this has no powder on it. I've never had to powder this, and the silicone still feels really, really, really nice. So as far as packing goes with this, personally, I prefer to pack it up just because of the way it's shaped. It works really nicely for packing up. You could also pack this down if you want. The bulge is a little bit bigger, but it's not horrible because while, again, this looks really stiff just because of the angle that it's at, it's actually really, really easy to pack this down with just some briefs. I've used this both in just some tighter briefs without a harness, and I've also used this with the Cake Bandit STP harness. Definitely prefer it with the STP harness just because I feel like it's more secure, but you can definitely wear just tighter briefs with this and it should be fine. And as far as peeing goes with this, since the silicone is a little bit soft, you do have to kind of be aware that you're not squeezing this shut. But other than that, I've had zero issues with backflow with this. I think the cup size is actually, pretty big, and it does have this sort of longer lip that sort of, sits like this, covers all of you, which is nice. So I could see this working for a lot of different body types. For me personally, my anatomy is a little bit further back than most other people, so I do struggle sometimes with the shape of the STP funnels. But this one I've had zero issues with. Their big tagline is, like super urinal friendly, and honestly, I agree with that. I have used this at urinals at work, and, I usually don't use a urinal if someone else is in the restroom, but I had no issues using this, pulling this out, using it at a urinal at the work restroom when nobody else was in there. And this is probably one of my favorite STPs that I've used. It looks great, it feels great, it packs well, it functions well, and this isn't expensive. This was only after shipping, cost me a flat $50. So if you're looking for an STP and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, and like looks and function are important to you, I would definitely go for this. As always, if there are any topics that you want me to cover or any prosthetics that you'd be interested in me taking a look at, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you guys later.